Hi there, welcome to my channel where I take you on tours of tiny spaces and unique homes and showcase stories of people living alternatively. In today's episode, we're traveling to the desert to take a tour of an amazing homestead that features not one unique home, but three, including a barndominium, which in case you don't know, is a barn that has been converted into a living space, as well as a beautiful tower-like tiny home that's perfect for stargazing, and a modern floating container home. And not only that, but this homestead is also an animal sanctuary, and all three of these spaces are available for rent with the profits going to help the animals on site. So not only can you stay in a beautiful container home, but you can also pet a zebra while helping support these animals. But before we take a tour of this beautiful homestead, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know every single time we publish a new episode about people living their alternative dream lifestyles.
Hi, I'm Vanessa, and this is Kaleidoscope Desert. It is an animal and a human sanctuary and a participatory art installation that guests become part of. We were in LA the year that the pandemic broke out, and we just threw everything we had into a car, and we got a little homestead cabin out in the middle of nowhere. Eventually, you know, we had to admit that, oh, I guess we're desert people now. This is our home. We have put in a ton of work. So just a million projects all the time. So this is the antique barn. It's one of the first projects we did when we got here. It was just an old barn from the 40s. It didn't have windows. The doors were just old barn doors, which we've subsequently used around to decorate different things. We kept all the original tin and the original roof while we renovated it, and then we put that back on, keeping it true to what it was before. This is a really nice place to hang out because the animals will just come right by. You could just sit here all day and you'll never be bored. And you'll see, oh, there's an emu, there's a zebra. It's pretty insane. But the inside is really the true beauty. So come in. This is the kitchen on the left. It has a lot of really interesting features, such as the microwave from God knows when. I think it's probably the 80s. And this is really for show mostly at this point. This work table we cut in half basically and fit it back in, and then we found almost everything we have is a found item. So I go to estate sales, yard sales, Facebook Marketplace, and just get things that I think are like visually beautiful and hope it works out somewhere. That is how almost everything in here is found. It's found objects. Right next to the kitchen is the bathroom. On the door, you can see that this is part of the old tin that was originally on the barn. So we had, you know, a little extra and made that detail. And then there are a million mirrors, which you'll find throughout our place. The bathroom is like much of the same in terms of finding an object. I love this brass sink. It's like amazing in this old cabinet that we, you know, chopped up and fit into there. You'll see a lot of like random things. Like I love this thing. I don't know why I love this thing, but I love this thing. And that's sort of how it goes, is like you find crazy stuff. This is the bed area of the studio. The bed we custom built with wood we found. This came from a yard sale literally across the road. And it's cool because it's the San Jacinto, which you could see right out there. It like mirrors that perfectly. This mirror is one of my favorites. What I love about this is I get to find the like weirdest objects and then put them in. Like it would be hard to make it work in my own house where I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. But here I'm like, yeah, it's a lot. It's great. I love that old thing. And then this is like the Art Deco screen that we put on wheels so that you can open it up to see this like amazing window. I'm so proud of my finds. The bathtub is sort of like the centerpiece. And I think a lot of people, you know, see pictures and they're like, oh my God, have to take a bath in that bathtub, which I agree with. And part of the reason why it's in the middle of the room here is because obviously this is a small space and there was no place to put a proper shower or bathroom, so it became the centerpiece. Next up is the iridescent star tower, and as you see, all my friends are with me. And this is the porch where we made the outdoor kitchen. The peacocks love to come and sit here and poop on everything. It's very simple, but very usable. You can cook almost any meal here. We just love we love the shiny. And this is one of the art pieces we built. When we got here, there was already a lot of like really interesting, cool, creative stuff. So we echo that in the new stuff that we build. And this piece right here is from a South African artist that I've known forever named Ralph Borland. And there is a giant one of those hanging in South Africa somewhere. At sunset, it looks amazing out here because we have the sun streaming through these iridescent panels and it just is a million colors right over here. It's almost unworldly. So this was painted by an artist named Shrine who lives not too far from here, originally from the Bay Area, I believe, and really has a signature style. I remember when he painted, he loved, like, this color gold is amazing, and he was like, who doesn't want to walk through a gold door? And yeah, who doesn't want to walk through a gold door? Right inside is the bunk bed sleeping area, which is great for such a small space. And you can go up the stairs to the bathroom, which is really, really cool. This is the top of the tower. Really interesting use of space. So you walk through the shower to get to the toilet and bathroom. And you have basically a 270-degree view of the space, just incredible views from up here. So now that we're done with the tower, we can go to our third location, which is the floating container. Before we get to our next location, we had to stop by the natural pool, which is really amazing. Basically, the way it works is we use nature's filtration system. So there are no chemicals in the water, and the water is perfectly clear the whole time. It's fed by our well, so it's really a natural spring. The natural pool is so necessary during the hot summer here. It is one of my favorite places to hang out in the summer. So when you're on the property, there are a ton of different things to do. And one of the favorite activities is to use the double or lovers baths, as we call them. Often you can find old pianos for free because people just want them out of their houses. So this was a find in an old, antique house down in Hemet somewhere. As you can see, it's seen better days, but it still plays occasionally. Oh man, yeah, there we go. Before we go into the container, we had some friends who wanted to say hello to everyone. This right here is Rubs the zebra. Rubs is named Rubs because he likes the rubs. And this little mini horse is named that horse over there, otherwise named Thought. And the mini white horse is a horse with no name. This is Later Jr., the emu. Later Jr. is named after Later, who is right over there. We thought that Later Jr. really reminded us of Later, and so that's why we called her. At the time, we thought it was a her, Later Jr. It turns out Later Jr. is a him, and he and Later are a couple. And they are two of our most docile and friendly and lovely emus. The animal sanctuary was not planned at all. In fact, none of this was planned. It was just very organically rolled out. I had done dog rescue in New York City, and so that's how I had originally started. The first non-dog animal was Big Pig. All the pigs and the animals come from different places. A lot of people need to rehome their animals. They can't keep them for whatever reason. In Dudu's case, she had a really lovely family in LA, but I think they just couldn't handle her along with the babies, so they wanted to find the best place possible for her, and they found us, and we're like, yeah, that's where Dudu wants to live for the rest of her life. And Dudu is sassy. She's very special. She's sassy, and she is not totally accepted into the other gang of pigs. So she has her own bed, and she has a secret relationship with Pink Pig. She and Pink Pig sleep together when the other pigs aren't around, because Pink Pig is way too cool for her when the other pigs are here. This is Pink Pig. Jupiter and Pink Pig have a love-hate relationship situation. And this is, hey, come here. This is Big Pig over here. And this is Nice Pig. So this is Charlie Brown. He is so soft up here. You wouldn't think it, but he's so soft. Hi, Nice Pig. Hi, Nice Pig. Yes, who's a nice pig? So she's gonna roll over so I can pet her stomach. Oh yes, he's got a nice belly. Who wants a belly rub? Oh. Jupiter, you're annoying everyone. You're annoying everyone. All the money that comes in through the stays, through the tours, through the merchandise and so forth, all fund the nonprofit that supports the animal rescue. So it's basically a system. The more guests we have, the more people we have here, the more animals we can rescue. And our last stop is the floating container. And here we are at the floating container. We mirrored the entire outside of it to get the image of it floating in the desert. Welcome to the inside of the container. This is definitely a different kind of look than the rest of the ranch. So this container hotel room was actually gifted to us by one of the people who had designed it. It was a prototype for a hotel that would have just these containers as their hotel rooms. And they had it on their land and needed it to live somewhere else and asked if we wanted it, and we said, of course. Right in front of me is the kitchen. You can see it's a kitchenette, but it has really modern features. An induction stove, a really fancy convection oven from Japan. And we have a water filter so that you always have fresh water here. And it even has a stainless steel countertop. And right behind me is the bathroom. You can see how it really uses space in a convenient way so that you're getting all the amenities of a big bathroom, but in a really small package. This is the bed. It's a queen bed. It's really comfortable. And above the bed is a mirror that essentially reflects the entire desert, so it feels even more spacious. And we have storage over here, and of course the mini split, which is necessary in the desert heat in the summer. And we have right in here a mini store. We have our emu t-shirt. We have electric emu wine. We have a white and we have a red. So we have a seating area over here, and you get to look out at this tremendous view with San Jacinto in the background. What does the future of Kaleidoscope Desert look like? I feel like the desert is an amazing large canvas and you could create here endlessly. So I can't wait till we get to the point where most of the bigger things are done and in every corner we can create art. Right now we're building a community center where our guests can all hang out together. To say we're busy is an understatement. We never stop and we never get a break and we never get a vacation, but it doesn't matter that much in the end because we love what we're doing.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you soon because we publish a new episode every single week featuring unique homes and alternative lifestyles.